Good morning, Debbie.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm great. It's Thursday and I woke up,
That's always a good thing. Always a good thing.
right?
Awesome. Good morning, Melinda. How are you?
Doing good. How are y'all?
Good. All right. Anybody have any wins this week so far? While we waiting on everybody to hop on.
Not really a win, but it was an odd thing. So it was kind of cool because you guys have talked about this before. I
Okay.
had spoke with a lady like, geez, must have been like a year ago, right?
Uh-huh.
And it was a sales pitch. I didn't buy, but the conversation, and she sees my name all over town, whatever. So I get a phone call and she referred another lady, a real estate broker property business thing. So it was kind of cool.
Awesome.
A year later.
That's exciting. Yeah, it's definitely all about planting the seeds, and you never know, like building the relationships, because you never know what's gonna come from any of that. Because a lot of the some of the clients that I've signed recently have been from like referrals from other relationships that I've had with people and like built over time. So yeah, that is super exciting. Congratulations. Have you set up a discovery call with her yet?
I do not know if she called the number she was supposed to call.
Oh.
So yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah. Gotcha.
Okay, got it.
I know the situation. But still exciting. Awesome. Good morning, Danny. How are you?
I'm good. Trying to adjust my eyesight because I decided to sit outside while I listened to the call today, and it's very sunny. So I'm like trying to adjust my eyes. So if I look a little squinty, that's why.
Well, that's good. Good that it's sunny.
Yeah, we finally have some nice weather. So I decided I'm coming out here to enjoy it if I can.
Yeah, I was talking to one of my clients in Connecticut this morning, and it is like 90 degrees there, and here it's 60 today. I'm like, why is it 90 there and 60 here?
It's been the same for us. It was pretty like 50s, 60s, but because we're on the shore, so we get all the ocean cold breeze. So everybody inland warms up before we do. So it's kind of like I see the beach and I want to go because the sun is shining, but then you come outside and it's cold. So, but it's nice. So I'm gonna sit out here while we're on the call.
Yeah, enjoy it while you can. Huh?
I am desperate for some summer weather. You have no idea.
Awesome. Sherry, I think I just updated it again. Hopefully it'll work this time.
Oh, I just updated it too. This would be good. It didn't get updated in the like hyperlink or something, but I went to go copy and pasted it. Maybe we updated. Maybe I did it after you. It looked right, so I'm not sure, but it was like to another meeting when you sent me this one, so I don't.
Gotcha.
Facebook is so weird with events. So I'm hoping people can find it. I posted it in the discussion too, and we're live.
Oh, yeah. And I think I tried. No, I didn't. I tried to tag everybody, but Let's see. Where did it go?
Oh, interesting. I don't see us live in the group.
You don't?
Yeah.
I just
I
found
saw
it.
the live
gonna say-
notification come through.
I was gonna say, I
Yeah.
think I saw it. That's where I got the link.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I see it. It
that's
says
how I even did it.
7 people are watching. So I don't know
It
why
just
you don't
doesn't
see
want
it,
you to
Sherry.
see
But
Sherry. Sherry, Facebook
I
just
found
doesn't
it.
like you
I
today.
found it. This Facebook filter is weird. We're good. We're good.
all right, if y'all are, we have a bunch of people watching on Facebook. If y'all want to hop on and join us live on the Zoom, y'all can. And then we can kind of chat with y'all. Or we're watching the comments on Facebook too. So
Most definitely.
or I am, you can't see it.
I got it.
Oh, you found it.
Um, is everyone surviving tax season? We're almost there. Of course, I don't know if it changes. For some of us, I don't know if it changes after tax season is done, but maybe in mindset it changes.
You don't feel as rushed.
Yeah. It's busy. Okay, Megan, did we want to show them the new thing on the page first, or where did you
Sure.
want to start today?
That works.
We made something for you guys. Or are making something for you guys. If you go to our website, www.cb4s.biz, you're going to see, if you go to a la carte options, you're going to see a bookkeeper success plan. So this is for anyone who either wants, Megan, you have to correct me if I say this wrong, more accountability or more direction. Oh, I hate spring. Allergies are so bad and I don't know what to do about them. Anyone looking for more direction on where they're taking their bookkeeping business, whether that's finding more clients, increasing profitability, hitting revenue goals in a short amount of time, getting really super focused and knowing exactly what you need to do, versus guessing and throwing spaghetti at the wall and seeing what sticks, what's done, what works. We want to come alongside you for 30 days and help you know what works for you and have a plan to execute and test and all of those things. So it's 4 weeks of us working with you. Everything's going to be in the success, like in this module. So any checklist, any things that we walk you through will all be right here. But yeah, 4 weeks, 30 days, starting May 1st. We want to walk alongside you guys directly. So even if you don't have a client or you're looking for a client, or you have 5-10 clients, but you're still shy of your revenue goal, or if you just want to take it to the next level, we want to craft that plan with you and make sure you're getting there within the time frame you want to get there. And we'll tell you if it's not reasonable, but most likely it's reasonable and you can get there. I feel like bookkeepers aim too low sometimes too. So
Yep.
And then, and I think are we giving them are we giving them a board to follow? Like their unique board? So
Yeah.
your task to do, you're gonna go check them off. Come back next week, check them off. We're gonna get you there. All laid out on paper. So. Probably still working out some of the details behind the scenes, but on paper, we'll be there. You want to add anything to that?
I don't think so. I think that was good.
I forgot. So that's the new thing we have for them. But if you, so you can purchase that standalone, but it's also included in the bundle. Do you want to talk about the bundle and how what's going on with that?
Yeah. So we created our course. If you haven't heard us talk about it or anything, so we do have a course. If you are not familiar with bookkeeping, you need to learn all the things, you want to learn more, like this will walk you through how to set up your business, how to do the bookkeeping, how to market, how to grow your business, like all of the things that go along with that. And the bundle also includes a year of the support group. So the support group, that would be 12 months. That is the 3 group coaching calls a week, and then 2 individual calls a month, plus whatever webinars we do. And then you have access to the Facebook support group. So then you also get access to this plan as well, if you purchase the bundle before May the 1st. And we also have, do we have the link for that? The coach funding?
Yeah, we do.
We do have an option. So if you don't want to pay in full, you want to break it up over months, we have a coach funding option as well. I'm sure I have it somewhere too, but I don't know where. After the year, after the year, you still have access to all of the material. The only thing after the year, you wouldn't have the support group itself. But if you chose, like, you do have the option to pay monthly after that if you wanted to go that route. Elise, the new course that we were talking about for the Bookkeeper Success Plan, that is $297. And that's for the 30 days. Belita, unable to jump online on Facebook now, missed the first part. I think you mean you missed the Bookkeeper Success Plan part. So that's going to be a 30-day program where we'll walk you through it's all going to be tailored to you to try to figure out what your goals are. Where do you want to go with your bookkeeping business? Is it to scale? Is it to start? All those things, and kind of get like a good plan in place for you to be able to reach those goals and stuff. And you'll have some coaching calls, Facebook group, all those things included. And like Sherry said, check boxes to check off, like, hey, this is your plan. This is what you need to do.
Hitting the link. I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. Good morning, Amanda. Okay, I'm gonna put that is $297, Belita. I'm gonna put the website link here, www.cv4s.biz, and if you go to a la carte items at the top right, then there's an option there if you want to sign up for that. If I want to start doing personal taxes next year, would it be good for me to get in? Kayla wants to know, Sherry.
we're not specifically teaching taxes in the blueprint plan. So, let me know if I'm misunderstanding, but, I would recommend a tax course in addition to that if you're going to plan taxes. If you want to look at the financials, how many tax clients do you need, what do you need to charge, all of those things, I can help with that.
And as far as like personal taxes, I think it's still an option, but like doesn't like H&R Block, stuff like
So
that offer, not anymore.
they do, if you're gonna
Oh.
prepare taxes for them, if you're gonna start your own business, they actually ban you from attending.
Oh, okay.
I learned how to prepare taxes. I went and worked for Liberty Tax for a season when I was doing my master's. There's also Elise has had a couple of good ones. Intuit Academy has a tax one, I think. If you wanted to become an enrolled agent, there's also options there too. But that would be in addition to the blueprint that we have for you. I did post a link if you need or want a payment option for that. The link is coachingloan.com, and then it has our name in it for you.
I'll post it on the Facebook Live as well for everybody that is there. And somebody posted taxbiz.com. Okay, yeah, Kayla said she was just wondering where to go for that.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so that hopefully that was helpful then, Kayla.
Yeah, there's a lot of training options for sure on the tax side. And with anything, we want you guys to be absorbing education, absorbing knowledge, and growing your business the way you want. If we can help walk alongside that, we 100% want to, mainly just because we care about your success and we know it works. I prepare taxes, all of those things. I'm just not in a place to help teach you everything you might need to know right now. Any other questions on either of those, or?
I don't see anything else on Facebook right now. And we still have quite a few people watching on Facebook. So if y'all want to hop on and chat with us, if it's easier to ask questions or anything like that, definitely feel free to hop on the Zoom.
Hey, Sherry, if you went the financing route, could you give like a guesstimation of how much the monthly payment would be on the 5,000 or 497, whatever it is? Just a general guesstimation.
So let me go up. It totally depends. Obviously, it's financing.
I get that part.
Yeah, no, you're good. Give me 5 seconds and I will circle back
Okay.
to this.
Okay, thank you.
They have like a calculator I'm pulling up.
Sweet, thank you.
It's been a hot second since I've done it. Okay, so guesstimate range is like 170 to 293.
Okay, thank you. And then that would be what, 3 years, 5 years?
That looks over 48 months, and there's no
Okay, thank
penalties
you.
if you pay it off sooner. And that's my
Okay,
goal.
thank you very much.
I don't want you to have it for more than a year.
Right.
I would rather help you find a cleanup, quote a cleanup correctly, pay it off.
Right.
So if you do this and we do a financial plan for you over the 4 weeks, let us know, remind us that you have it so we can put it in the plan. And let us know your sensitivity to it. If you're happy to keep it for 48 months, let us know that. If you're like, I want this done out of my life in 6 months, let us know that. Let us help you put that on paper.
Okay, that sounds great. So why didn't you guys do this last year when I had that mega cleanup?
The coach funding you're talking about?
Yeah. I'm
We
just
had tossed
flicking you
around-
garbage.
Yeah, we had tossed around the idea, and then nobody seemed like they were interested, so we were like, okay, yeah. And then now with the course and everything, we wanted to make sure we had options.
Yep, evolution, right? Evolve daily.
Yep.
Yeah. And we do, it does cost us internally on the back end. That we didn't want to pay if no one, like if it wasn't going to benefit anyone. The only reason we pursued this was we were recently asked for it. We never want to see, we don't want to offer something that's not in your best interest. So Danny, the payment plan. So it's for the bundle, the Bookkeeper Blueprint bundle, ideally, if you wanted to dive in for a year to the course and the support group, plus the frame, the plan, success plan thing.
So it's kind of like an actual course, sort of like teaching you how to do bookkeeping. Is it kind of like a beginner course?
Yeah, it is a beginner course. I can show you what it has in it. We launched it.
So it isn't necessarily for someone who's already kind of gotten a good footing on bookkeeping.
It could potentially be, it depends on what your knowledge is, I think, because there is some more in-depth stuff, and we are adding to it as well.
Thank you.
I will say I've noticed that people who've still gone through it, even if they have 2 to 4 years of experience in bookkeeping, still learn something from it. We put a lot of stuff in there about business as well, and we want to add more to that.
Put it this way, I want to go through it. I just have to find the time.
I know. There are 107 lessons. It is right now 14 hours. We're still adding some stuff to it, so it's gonna be an evolving thing. So we go over financial statements. We have a lot of templates in here. So I have a Canva template, like that gives you some light KPIs if you wanted to increase it that way. It does come with a badge and certification you can use on LinkedIn. They could verify things like that. Practice exercises wouldn't necessarily be for you, Danny. This is really getting to know QuickBooks.
Okay.
It could be, because I learned some stuff whenever I did them. So I will say that. It could be.
So because I think when we use QuickBooks, like we start to use the same things and we just do it the way that we know how. QuickBooks is actually a huge software, and there's a lot of ways to streamline processes, streamline financials, customize things, or as QuickBooks like update stuff, that's all going in there. But there's also a ton of checklists, engagement letters, business checklists, disengagement letters, sales and marketing scripts, all right here. this is kind of where we're putting everything. If we're like, hey, we did a video on it, it's probably in here for journal entries and things like that.
And that you said it was 5,000. It's a bundle package, so it includes the course. I'm
Yeah.
guessing the group itself, the paid group.
Yep, 12 months of the paid group, and then the 4-week plan for the bookkeeper success plan.
Yeah. And then both of these are going up May 1st to that, call it 5,000 price. So 2 weeks, this is, we want people to have it, is where we're at right now.
And you said they're both, I got on, okay, they're both going up the 1st of May till how much?
5,000. Unless Megan, let me know if I'm wrong.
No, yeah, that's what we said, 5,000 for the bookkeeper blueprint bundle.
And then the course is it going up?
It will go up. I don't know what we said on that.
And
Yeah, I
those are the
don't-
ones, and in those you can make payments.
Yeah, those you could use for the payment plan.
Okay, and it's a 48-month payment plan or what?
If you just do it on the course itself, it would be about 24 months. If you did it on the blueprint bundle, I think it's 48.
And I don't know if you heard earlier, Belita, Sherry did mention, like, if you're interested in paying it off sooner, if you do the bundle, you get the 4-week success plan. And like, we'll make sure we work with you to try to help you get a plan together to try to get a cleanup to be able to pay it off before, like, when your 12 months is up.
Okay, so you would help, okay. Okay. Thanks.
Guys, I lost my meeting controls. How do I stop screen sharing? If you lost, there it is. I found it. There you go. Got the screen back. There is a suggestion box. So Debbie just made a suggestion in the chat. At the bottom of the course, we actually have a suggestion box. We know that bookkeeping is ever evolving. We're encountering more AI, keepers using AI. Hector Garcia has a tool called Right Tool. There are resources ever evolving for us as bookkeepers, and there's no way we could just have a course and never update it. It's not possible. Or we're going to do a video and it's not going to make sense, right? It's going to make sense to me when I did it. It might not make sense 6 months from now when you go to watch it. Let me know. I want to record it. Let the coaches know they want to record it. We want it to make sense. We want it to work. So if we're missing something, we want to add it. We know that this isn't a complete, like, it is complete. It will help you start to finish, but we know it's evolving, right? So let us know in the suggestion. If you're in it, just pop it into the suggestions. We'll watch those. And as soon as we can, record a video, get you the resources that you guys need.
Yep.
And then I will say, coming down the line in our plan is more CFO stuff, more advanced,
Higher level,
higher level.
get you to that next
Yeah.
step that you want to grow your business.
We have some.
We
of it.
want to, yeah, and we want to try to have something for everybody, because we know, like, some people just want to make a little bit of extra money. Some people want to make this a big thing and go far with it. And yeah, so we want to teach y'all everything that we know and we've been doing and all the things.
Well, Kyle made an update to the landing page. I think the 4 weeks, we're kind of focusing on the cycle of the business. But we'll see. That's all. He did a really good job with this. I'm impressed.
Okay, just to get my mind right. The one that's the bookkeeper for success one, that's $297 is for 1 month, 30 days, right?
Yep.
Okay. And then the other two you were talking about, the bundle and the course, they are for a year.
So the course, just the blueprint, Bookkeeper's blueprint, that course you get lifetime access to. It does not come with the support group. So if you're already in the support group and you wanted to purchase that, great. If you're in, if you don't want that, you just want to purchase that and one-to-ones, that's a great option.
And if you do the bundle, that you get the course for life, but you get 12 months of the support group and the 30 days of the success plan.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
The whole
Belia, if you have
enchilada.
yeah, if you have more questions or you need us to walk you through it or anything like that, definitely let us know.
Sure will.
If you do go through the financing option, the application's pretty short. It walks you through step by step, and you'll know in about 2 days. So give yourself some time. Don't wait till April 30th to do that. So.
Anybody else have questions? Any other questions? Whatever y'all have. Wins?
I have kind of a win. I'm nurturing 2 proposals that I have out right now.
Yay,
One is for a real estate
congratulations.
guy. Thank you. It feels kind of positive. I'm feeling good about it, but I felt good about a
Awesome.
few others and that haven't panned out. So I'm kind of like, I'm hoping. And then there's another general contractor I have one out to. He's been dragging his feet. I sent him his proposal a month ago and he still hadn't read it. So I'm like, would it help if and he was like basically saying over and over again, he just didn't have the time to read it. And I know the reality is that he's not a reader. The reality is some men, and I know this from dealing with 2 ex-husbands that don't like to read unless it's like a magazine or something, like they don't read.
Yeah.
And he just seems like the type that he saw like a 3-page proposal and he was like, F this, and just kind of walked away from it and won't even open it and read it because it's just, I guess, overwhelming to some people. So it's like, what if I just broke it down, the costs in a message for you? And he's like, yes, all caps, exclamation points. So I'm like, okay, that's what it is. He doesn't want to read. So I broke it down for him and then crickets. And I'm like, all right. So I have a feeling he may not, he might just be a tire kicker. He's just kicking tires. He might take his time and hopefully someday sign. And I think,
well, and I will tell you this, with that industry, a lot of them, I feel like really are just that busy, because that's a very common thing. Like I've seen it with potentials. I hear that all the time, that industry. They're just so busy. They don't have the help that they need. So they're having to do a lot of the work themselves and stuff like that. So I think that's very common. I would just continue to follow up with them. And maybe it's even with a phone call one day, like, hey, are you ready to get started? Let's just do this real quick over the phone. He's not a reader. He's not into the whole email thing. Like, get his information, you fill everything out, just have him, send him something to sign or whatever.
Yeah. So I'm nurturing it. We have mutual friends, like in real life. He's
Awesome.
local. So I'm hoping, that that's enough to, but he's definitely a tired. He's busy, and that's his thing. And I'm like,
Yep.
well, it's a good thing you're busy. That means business is going good. But
Yep.
and the real estate guy I'm feeling a little more positive about. So fingers crossed, hopefully they sign. I've been waiting on some more people to sign so I can join you guys. But hopefully soon.
Danny, real quick, and you could ignore me if you didn't ask for this, I'm interjecting. In your proposal, the page 1, do you have pictures on it? If
Yeah.
that's like, do you have like,
I use Canva, so it's a template and it's got like, business name at the top, bookkeeping proposal, who it's to, who it's from, and then it has a big picture of like a bookkeeper. And then the second page is like the basic bookkeeping, what it'll be for the basic bookkeeping, what's included, how much it costs and how you're billed and so on. And then the second page, I'm trying to think now. I think the second page gave him like a la carte options if he wanted to add on any additional services, like
are you
accounts
using that
payable,
template
et
that's
cetera.
been floating around from the other group?
It was a Canva template somebody had shared at one point, and I tweak it and I've made revisions to it. But yeah, so the first page is like a cover page.
So I would page 2 then. So you have your cover page, it's pretty. You have page 2 and 3 that have all the jargon.
Mhm.
Page 2 just makes simple, like have a circle, monthly, basic bookkeeping, like make it pretty and just have the numbers.
Mhm.
Basic bookkeeping, total price. Potentially think about it. I don't know. Or just get them on a call and then have it and go over it with them. But I would make it picture friendly if you're encountering guys who just don't want to read. Where it says like super condensed, like first grade reading level.
Mhm.
condensed,
And
Like
then the second page get into all the detail and
yeah,
stuff.
I'd say to at the bottom, you can be like, all the details are below, but summarize it and like really think about like, I'm thinking of like big industries that just make it like pretty and short and sweet, like, maybe max 20 words
Okay.
on it,
All right.
like first grade reading level, pretty,
Okay.
just numbers. And
Yeah, I think he's just one of them that they see it all as fine print, like even though it's not fine print, the font is pretty big. But I think that they see it as just, too much time to sit there and read and try to understand it because they're busy. So
yeah, 100%. So I would just maybe make a summary of, and it could just be ball circles.
well, yeah, like on my a la carte, I have like the little circles and then the service and how much it costs, like on the a la carte menu. But maybe I should reverse it and have that be like the front page. This is how much
No,
each service is. No.
Yeah, still too much. I'm talking like big circles. Like we're gonna do 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
Like we're doing your basic bookkeeping, your payroll, and this.
Okay.
Or just basic, like something super simple. Let me know if you're like, hey, I really like that idea, but I can't conceptualize it, and I can make something for you.
Okay.
Picture book.
Yeah. Yeah. I totally get what you mean.
And I'm going to tell y'all, I still do not send out a proposal. Like mine is literally an email like, hey, this is what we discussed. This is the price. And then like, I'll either follow up with the email if I don't hear back from them, call them, whatever. And then the next step's the engagement letter where it's really broken out and all that.
Maybe that's what I should do, because I feel like I'm having bad luck with my proposals, and I don't know if it's the format, because I have switched up the format depending on who it is I'm dealing with and what it is that they need. Like, so I've tried to simplify it for some. I have one guy the real estate guy has 4 businesses. One is an LLC, 2 are a sole prop that aren't technically entities. And then he's under contract to purchase a Super 8 motel here in the city. And he told me what he wanted for the one, but he wasn't sure what he wanted for the others. So I kind of made it, well, here's the service. Do you want this? Which businesses do you want this for? And I kind of gave him the option to fill things out. But he's also really busy, one-man show. So he admitted that he was busy. Plus we had the holiday week, so he wasn't really doing stuff during then.
Yeah.
told me he'd get back to me. But I do switch it up depending on their particular situation. I've actually had so many different styles of the same look, the same cover page, but I change the guts of it depending on who I'm dealing with.
Okay.
And what it is that they need and stuff.
Yeah,
Like
mine's
Carrie's
mine's
idea
not
first.
mine's not pretty. Mine's just the body of the email. Like that's
That's what
literally
I'm
it.
thinking. Maybe that'll be better. Maybe that's a better route for, especially. For
Yeah,
people who
I
don't
mean,
seem to like. Yeah.
It's worth a shot, for sure.
Or yeah, email, let's get on a call and just schedule that second call and talk to them.
Yeah, if you could schedule the second call while you're on the first discovery call with them, that way it's on the books.
Mhm. I think that gets me nervous too, though, because like sales I'm one of those people that I'm like, I hate sales. I'm not good. I know I'm not good at it. It's not my strength. And so I like quoting on the phone or talking about money on the phone makes me so uncomfortable that I rely heavily on the proposals, but those aren't necessarily cutting it either. So but I do, I'm not gonna lie, I struggle talking money on the phone with people. It's just it's one of those things, and it's deep seated. I keep trying to fight it and I have a real hard time with it.
So then, so effectively you are hiding behind proposals.
Yeah, kind of.
They're keeping you from it.
And I'm hoping they're like nice. I spend hours trying to perfect it so that it's pretty and has everything, but
So scrap it.
it's not working. Yeah. It's not working.
But with that, the reason I say scrap it, is you're letting yourself use it as a crutch, which is, we've all been there. 2, sales is never about pushing our product on someone. If you're ever in a pushy sales call, it's because they're not experienced at sales. Right? This guy that came to you, he's too busy. You can see it. He doesn't know numbers. He doesn't want to read. You're solving his problem. You're not selling him anything. So when you get on that second call, you've already identified his problem. Hey, I can solve this problem by, I want to help you solve this, take this off your plate, or whatever it is that problem is. And you're solving his problem. Megan, me and Kyle are listening to someone on YouTube right now that we've I don't know. Do you guys ever find someone you're like, I just want to devour everything you have to say? But he's a sales guy. And he's like a Christian business guy. So we're like, wait, what? We're all ears. And he is talking about he gave a story recently where he was sitting at a diner preparing a sales presentation. And this was Myron Golden is the name. And he was, so he was preparing a sales presentation. The waiter walked up. I forget what he was selling. It was like life insurance or something at that point, like insurance or something. Someone walked up and she goes, are you in sales? Are you in sales? He goes, yeah, I am. She goes, what do you sell? He goes, well, that depends. What do you want to buy? Don't sell something that they're not buying. We don't want to pitch something. We have to convince them that they need. He already knows he needs it.
He wouldn't have reached out if he didn't.
So you need this. Here's what I do, and this is what it costs to work with me. If it's a no for him, it's okay to let him walk. We're not going to stress it. That's why we have the numbers game, and we're going to target people that want to say yes. We're going to target people who need that solution that we solve. We're not going to offer a solution that they don't want to buy. We're not going to go invent something that nobody wants. Right. Now, granted, that's why I'm not an inventor, because I don't know what people need from an invention standpoint. But I would really reframe it. So before you get on that second call, I really challenge you to just go from discovery call to second call and pitch it on the second call. And before you get on that call, write down on a piece of paper. You can even screenshot it and post it in the group and say, I'm solving this guy's problem by XYZ. have that really clear in your head before you go into that call.
Okay.
Because you've already talked to them once, you're going to do the second call.
Mhm.
And then you can scrap the proposal. You can prepare it so you have something to scroll through when you guys talk on Zoom
Mhm.
or a phone call, and then you don't need it. So you can still prepare it, have something visual, but I would make it even more visual on page 2 if you do that. Then I would send the engagement letter straight up.
And one thing, like when you're hopping on that second call, one thing that Eileen's always said that is super helpful is after you say the price, don't say anything else. Like give them the price and then let them talk. Because then
Mhm.
usually you start talking yourself, like over talking and everything. So like just let him talk after that. Or
And
them.
she often says the reason they do that is because they're mentally moving money around in their head.
Mhm.
How can I pay for this? But we don't let them process it. So when they're talking about money, it's not just processing yes or no. It's processing, okay, I can cut this subscription. This timing, I'm gonna get paid. Oh, okay, yeah, I could do it.
Yeah.
Right. But so quick, Megan's 100% right.
Awesome, thank you.
Um,
Something I have to work on. The phone calls, I admit, it's the biggest challenge for me.
There's always something to work on for sure. Like
Yeah.
me and Sherry say that all the time. Like we're constantly leaning on each other.
Always something.
I feel confident in the bookkeeping. I see other people, they're great at sales and they're just struggling. I'm confident in the bookkeeping. I'm comfortable there, I don't have any fears on that. It's all in the phone calls and the sales. That's where all of my
And the more you do it, the more confident you will get in that piece as well. You've hid behind the email and the proposal, so you haven't done a whole lot of that. So that's why, but you've dug in, you've done a lot of the bookkeeping. Practice with somebody if you want, like before you actually have the call, whether it's another bookkeeper, whether it's your husband, your kids, whatever, like just practice, try to walk through the conversation, anything that could potentially come up, anything like that.
You're in boot camp with Alyssa.
Yes.
So all of her scripts are the
Mhm.
problems you solve.
Mhm.
So you're not selling, you're literally solving someone's problem. You
Mhm.
don't have to sell a solution. Right? You almost never have to sell a solution. They just have to know you provide it.
Mhm.
Myron also, so we've listened to a lot of Myron this week. Myron had I was listening to a student, a podcast. Him and a student were on the student's podcast, and the student bought his $55,000 program.
Mhm.
Well, actually, he bought his $150,000 program. He had like grants that paid off 100 of it.
Wow.
So he bought it for 50,000. But it was sold to him before he even knew who Myron was. He had a friend who was all of a sudden was selling his soul off, like just nailing it. And this guy is like, wait, this isn't you. What happened? Why are you now so good at this? What changed? Like some switch flipped for his friend. And he's like, what happened? He's like, well, I'm doing this. And he's like, give me the info. So he was sold on it. Like he already knew he was going to buy it. Like he was sold on it. Then went and talked to Myron. That's ideally what we want in our bookkeeping businesses, because we're really clear on the problem we solve for them. So you could even, so as you're posting those, like I know you're reading them, because I know you edit some of them.
Yeah.
Like you're
Yeah.
really good with those.
And we're reading them in the video scripts as we do
Internalize.
live, and I'm also sending them as emails to all my mailing lists and stuff.
But with the numbers game, so Myron's thing is like make more offers. Make more offers. If you make more offers, you can know your math, just like I do on that close math on the 5-day marketing challenge, where I give you the close math, how many offers you need to make. If we double the offers, we double the clients.
Mhm.
If you do that, if you know that math, we can optimize it, but you don't have to be scared of the rejection, because 5 out of the 8 are going to say no.
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
So you got this. I'm like picking on Danny now.
No, you're not. I asked you to. Although I think my laptop's getting ready to die, so I think I'm gonna hop out because I came outside today and I'm not plugged in. So of course I didn't prepare for that.
Vitamin B. But yeah, you're good. You're making offers. We're just gonna improve that by going straight to the second call if possible.
Okay, I'm gonna work on that.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Real quick, we have a few.
I'm gonna hop out, everybody, because I'm dying. But have a good day.
Bye, you too.
Oh, Autumn has a question. Yay for an engagement letter. Okay, so let me repost the link for you. So this is actually a financing plan for it, if you choose to do it. If you do the bundle, I want to put it on paper so you know exactly how long you want to spend paying it off. If you do the bundle, it's about a 48-month plan. We just use their calculator. Depending on your situation, it's like 170 to 293 a month. I'm happy to help you quote efficiently, quote the cleanup, do whatever you need to do to either work that into your business or not have it be held over your head for 48 months. Nobody wants that. So yeah, I will earn my keep. But I put a lot of time in that course. I know it will help you hit your goals. Like, and that's why we're doing the 30-day challenge, is Megan and I know that in 30 days with a clear plan, like 30 days is where we're creating the plan. We're going to start executing the plan, because that clarity, having a very clear action step, will just get you there so much faster. Like, because we're not going to be trying to do this program and that program and this marketing plan and this marketing plan and this social media, that social media, Upwork, not Upwork. What am I doing? We're changing it every 2 days on a whim. We're going to have a clear plan, and we're going to figure out what those numbers are for you. As you make offers, we want to know what your close rate is. We want to know how many leads you're getting. We want to know how to double your leads. We really want to get into the numbers. Get into your pricing structure, get into all of that. And then you can get into the course. You can get into the bookkeeping, you can get into all of that. But we want to get really clear on what is your goal and how do we get to that goal? Because if your goal, for anyone else listening, sorry. If your goal, like my goal when I first started was just, I want to do this. I was able to hit that goal really quickly. And it was like, my goal was to take home like $1,200 a month. I was really quickly able to take home $30,000 a year, working just a few hours, like on the weekend, a month. Like, it wasn't hard to, like, once I did it, it wasn't hard. Like, it felt like I was just doing action breeds action type work. But I also had really clear boundaries and knew what I wanted. But I got distracted by everyone else doing all of these other things, hitting 6 figures, having all these clients, having all these wins. And then it was like, well, maybe we should take it farther. And so then I felt like I needed to buy all these programs and buy all these things. And all I needed was like I just needed to focus and stay on this thing with this software, whatever. I didn't need all the shiny objects that everyone's trying to sell. I'm actually not trying to sell anyone anything here. I just know it works, and I don't want you to go feel like you need to spend $50,000 on all the courses out there. Because for me, support, I actually needed, hey, I have a question. Hey, I have a question. Like, that was all I needed. And I would have probably stayed focused. So I'm all for keeping you focused. But if your goal is 6 figures or 240 or $500,000, that goal looks different. Our pricing might look different. Our whether or not we hire contractors or not hire contractors might look different. You can actually make 30,000 a year and have a contractor do all of it. But we need to know that so we can plan our next 12 months to support that plan. And that's why we came up with the success plan, is because there's just so much being inundated at you, and in the group you're seeing wins, you're seeing this, you're seeing people lose clients, and now you have fear that you're going to lose all your clients or something. But there's so much that goes into that. There's so much that you might just want someone to look at and say, what's going on here? Like, and whatever that goal is, if it is just $500 a month that you want to take home, we can get you there. If it's a lot more than that, we have coaches that do it. We do it. If you need to do it so quickly so you can leave your 9 to 5, we just want to put that on paper so that we can craft a plan to get you there.
Oh, that's awesome. Do you feel like as a bookkeeper that you need to do taxes in order to get to your goals? Because
I do not
do not want to do taxes.
I do not do them. I am almost 4 years in, have never done taxes.
Okay, good. Because that's me. I'm like, nope, I don't want to do taxes. Don't want to touch it. But I work with 3 CPAs, so it's easier for me to tell that to people. So all of the people that I work with so far are okay with that. But I was just curious. I'm like, so does that mean if I want to hit my goal, I have to do taxes to be like a one-stop shop for people?
Unless you, well, I had tax experience before I started my bookkeeping experience. I offered taxes because I kept being asked for taxes. So I eventually caved and said yes. Because I had a referral partner, I had a CFO who was actually referring me tax work. And he was like, well, and he was doing this for me. He was just doing a really bad job at it. So he was giving me all this tax work and I'm like, I don't want to do taxes. Like, so I took on all this tax work thinking I was going to have a referral source for bookkeeping. And I said yes, and it derailed my business. Because now I'm not looking for bookkeeping. I'm bogged down in all of this tax work that isn't reoccurring. It wasn't my goal. I wanted reoccurring revenue. Now, granted, you can make $5,000 a month just focusing on cleanups and getting recurring revenue. Let's not discount that. But for my goal, when I started, it's every year we do it. It's a distraction. Even this year, Kyle put a couple on my plate because they're individual and I can do them pretty quickly and whatever. It feels like a whole new business and a job. And I'm like, it feels like such a distraction. And I'm like, I'm so ready for tax season to be over. And it's really not even ruining my bookkeeping business, like my mindset around like I don't feel like my bookkeeping business with taxes is making me like, oh, I can't wait for tax season to be over. It's just that I still have a couple of tax returns on my plate that I need to get off. So for me, it's a distraction. It doesn't help me hit my goal. It like makes me pause on achieving that goal. So no, refer them to the CPA.
Awesome. Yeah. Because those are part of the shiny classes going around. Like, you can't be a bookkeeper and not do taxes. And I'm like, not me.
So you most definitely can. And we actually have Merrill has a free course. Let me find the link. So it's not to do taxes, but it's to learn all about the tax deductions. So like if you want to make sure you know all about that piece of it, but you don't want to do it, you can, and this is free. It doesn't cost anything for this.
Yeah. We should add that as a resource for him.
Yeah, I'm trying to find it now.
Autumn, she'll tag you when she finds it.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Real
Oh, here
quick,
it is.
we had a question about, can you buy the success plan, the 30-day 4-week challenge? Or not, it's not really even a challenge. By itself, yes, you can. So I posted the link in here. So it's $297 for 4 weeks. And Megan just posted the 7% club, which is Merrill's tax for bookkeepers. So
Kyle left a comment on Facebook. He said, we really think many people badly need this. The same information is usually locked behind a $25,000 mastermind. Our focus is the success of as many people in the group as it will let us help them. The better bookkeepers we can help train, the better the whole industry gets. And that is how we understand the impact.
Mhm. And he's saying that because and you guys are going to be in the same situation if you haven't already experienced. You're getting QuickBooks from a CPA or a bookkeeper who has completely messed up the file. They don't know what they're doing. And you get this like, it starts then becoming like, well, why don't people just go to the Philippines and hire a CPA from there to do their bookkeeping? Like for $8 an hour. Right? We want to elevate that. We don't want you guys being that bad bookkeeper who now another bookkeeper is like, she didn't know what she's doing, whatever. Like there's going to be some of that always, right? Because you're going to encounter the personalities, the people who are like, if I didn't do it, it's wrong. That's just reality. We live in a world full of different people. But we don't want you to be in that situation because you truly didn't have the information you needed to be a good bookkeeper.
Yep.
And he's seen a lot of stuff. So, or he's seen me being like, I have to redo all of this. That's been done. Like, he understands having to redo bad bookkeeping. But the possibilities, he's also seeing the possibilities for you guys. And real quick story, and then I guess we have to get off. But I remember when I wanted to start, so I left my job to be a stay-at-home mom. I was super content with that. I was not the bored mom at all. Loved doing what I was doing, but I also love teaching. I love learning, and I love sharing that information, which is why I overshare here. All good. And I told him, he was sitting on the couch. I'm in the kitchen. We had a really tiny house, like 800 square feet, tiny home, vintage tiny home is what we called it. And I called it, and loved the house. We still own it, but it's a rental now. Like, oh, so sad. He was sitting on the couch, and I was like, but I could see myself doing this. And kind of told him what I wanted to do. And he was like, no one's going to pay you for that. He had no concept of what could be. And he was just like, that's a crazy idea. And I spent years like, this is what I mean. This is what I mean. This is what I mean. But because he didn't catch the vision, I'm going to him like, what do you think of this? And he'll be like, yeah, drive down 45 minutes and print checks and take it to the client to sign. And I'm like, that does not fit the business model. Now he sees it. And so now we don't drive 45 minutes to take checks to someone. Don't do that. If any of you guys are like, I'm gonna print checks for this person. Don't do that. There's other ways to do it. Long story. Anyway, if it's not in line with your goals, say no. It's going to distract you. Unless you're going to change your goals. It's okay to change your goals. Don't do something that you feel like in your business just because you feel like you have to. But the 7% club, learning about taxes, will absolutely make you a better bookkeeper. 100%. So that's all I have, Megan. Those are my thoughts. Picking on Kyle today.
All right. Well, if y'all have any questions, definitely let us know. We've dropped the links and stuff in the live. If you have issues, feel free to post in the group, message us, whatever, and we'll be happy to get those links to y'all or anything, or hop on a call and chat about it, whatever y'all need.
Absolutely. Are we going to make a post too, recapping this and giving those links?
Yep, we can do that.
So yeah, message us. about this in the support group, tag the coaches, because I'll miss it. Especially going into the weekend, guys, I don't see Facebook posts. So if you don't hear from me on the weekend, it's not because I don't like you. It's because I can't keep up with that many things on the weekend. So, but I will see you guys next week,
Yep. Y'all have an awesome weekend.
Monday, if you're interested.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.